Google staff walk out over women's treatment. So I saw this in the news today. I saw a couple tweets about it. I don't know the details as of yet. So let's see what's going on here. Staff at Google offices around the world are staging an unprecedented series of walkouts in protest at the company's treatment of women. The employees are dealing with several key changes in how sexual misconduct allegations are dealt with at the firm, including a call to end forced arbitration, a move which would make it possible for victims to sue. Google Chief Executive Sundar Pichai has told staff he supports their right to take the action. I understand the anger and disappointment that many of you feel, he said in an all-staff email. I feel it as well, and I am fully committed to making progress on an issue that has persisted far too long in our society. And yes, here at Google, too. Well, clearly here at Google, dude, because people are walking out. A Twitter feed entitled @GoogleWalkout has documented the movement at Google's international offices. And Jack hasn't blocked it as of yet, hopefully, which is a good thing. Google staff in Singapore, Zurich, London, Tokyo, Berlin, and New York were among those to take part. Where you at, Silicon Valley? Where you at, Silicon Valley? I'm coming near you this weekend. Where you at? Web developer Sam Dutton, who joined the walkout in London, lovely town. God, I miss London. I was just there. So beautiful. Told the BBC, we're walking out to support colleagues in any workplace that have suffered harassment and to ensure that perpetrators aren't protected or rewarded. What led to the walkout? All right, so what led to this? Anger at the firm has boiled over in the past week since the New York Times alleged that one high-profile executive received a $90 million payout after he left the firm, despite what Google considered a credible allegation of sexual misconduct made against him. Andy Rubin, known as the creator of the Android mobile operating system, denies the allegation. On Tuesday, another executive, this time from the company's X-Research Lab, also resigned. Richard Duvall was said to have made unwanted advancement towards a woman who was recently interviewed for a job in which she would have reported to Mr. Duvall. I mean, that is textbook person in power abuses their power. Mr. Duvall has not commented since his resignation, but in the past called the incident an error of judgment. That's code for he did it. Let's be real here. That means that the story she's telling is true. That's... man, I thought there was nothing wrong with dangling a job over somebody's head and abusing my power in a really gross way. I didn't... Error of judgment. My bad. At least 48 other employees have been sacked for sexual harassment without receiving a payout, Mr. Pichai told the staff. He admitted the New York Times report had been difficult to read. Hard for me to read this. Hard for me. Why did it take 48 times then? So that's what's going on over at Google, and I hope those employees that didn't get settlements get them, and I hope it changes the culture over there. Oh, and I hope they also learn to not help China censor the internet. I hope they also learn that. Seems like they're slowly starting to learn that too, because employees protested over that too. Which shout out to the employees that did, and shout out to the employees that are protesting now and walking out. So there you go. That's what's going on over at Google. Apparently there is a culture of harassment that's gone unchecked. That's what's hitting the press, and some people are doing something about it. And when you see stuff like the response when people are resigning and saying, I made an error of judgment, that means they did what they're being accused of. Let's be real here. I am 100% in support of due process. I think everybody deserves it. But when you hear responses like that, that's when you can kind of connect the dots.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news